Yeah!
What's up guys, Andrew Baena here, and on today's video we are going to be talking about auto-tune on screaming vocals. This is never really something I thought of before, but recently I got a bunch of comments on my videos saying that we auto-tune our screams, which I thought was hilarious because I'm pretty sure auto-tune on screaming vocals won't do anything, but I've never actually tried, so we're going to see what it sounds like today. So I think first and foremost the thing to address is that people just don't know what auto-tune is. Apparently, because no matter what effect is used on any vocals, people are just like, it's auto-tuned. It's like if they use reverb, people say it's auto-tune. If they use compression, people say it's auto-tune. So what auto-tune actually is when you sing a note, auto-tune comes in and just pitch corrects it so that it's pitch perfect. Pretty self-explanatory. So we're gonna put that to the test and see what it actually sounds like. I have a feeling that this basically will do nothing because, as I mentioned earlier, the whole point of auto-tune is to pitch correct a note. However, with screaming vocals, there is no note. They are what you would call atonal because there's no note associated with them. They're basically like white noise. It's just like all of the notes all at once, which is why screaming vocals work no matter what guitar tuning you're in. It doesn't matter what key it's in, it just works over top of any tuning or any key or any whatever because there's no tone to it. Pretty self-explanatory, you get the point. So I have this project file open here with my kind of generic vocal chain set up. If you want to see how exactly I process vocals, you can do that on the video, which is linked in the corner here on the card. I did a full tutorial on how I do this stuff, so if you're interested in learning how to actually do it, go check that video because I'm not going to be explaining it here. So I guess the first thing I want to show you is how my screams sound with my actual vocal processing. So it would basically sound something like this.
Check! 1, 2! This is a screaming check!
So as you can see here, basically I have a plugin called Beast, which is adding a little bit of pitch shifting up and down, which I guess is what people are confusing for auto-tune. And then I have an easy mix template, which is basically just adding a little bit of overdrive and a little bit of EQ, and then a room plugin, which is essentially adding reverb, and that's pretty much what I do for my screams. Again, if you want a full explanation of all that, go check out my other video, which explains it all. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the Beast, and I'm going to turn on this auto-tune plugin, which I found, which is called M Auto Pitch. And I'll show you guys what auto-tune does. I obviously have it set up for a little bit of an extreme case where it's basically going to give you that kind of like T-Pain vocal effect, so it sounds something like this.
Yeah! So when I have the auto-tune on, as you can hear as I'm talking, basically the auto-tune is pitch shifting my voice up and down to be in pitch like that.
Obviously I'm a terrible singer, so it sounds awful still, which just goes to show that auto-tune doesn't really help that much if you can't sing in the first place. But anyways, let's see what a scream sounds like with auto-tune on. Here we go.
Check! 1, 2! Auto-tune doesn't do anything on screams!
So I would go ahead and say that's pretty much self-explanatory. As I said, auto-tune doesn't really do anything for my voice because my screams are atonal, which is pretty much what I thought would happen, but I thought I'd do this video anyways to kind of see where it goes. I can see auto-tune or pitch correction maybe working on screamed vocals if you're doing kind of like a pitched scream, kind of like what a band such as Architects does, where he's screaming but he's still screaming a note, if that makes sense. That's not something that I can do personally, so I'm not really sure if that would work or if the vocals would still be too dirty and distorted and atonal for pitch correction to catch it. I'm not entirely sure. I wish I could do that vocal style so I could show you guys. If you guys found this video interesting, definitely leave me a comment. I want to know your thoughts one way or the other. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, definitely do so. Hit that subscribe button. I also want to give a big shout out to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon member, you can go click the link in the description below. You get things such as audio downloads and stem downloads, as well as a shout out on the screen. So if you're interested in any of that, go check out my Patreon. Once again, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to reading your comments as always, and I'll see you guys next time.